Aphorism number 83. This individualizing examination of a case of disease, for which I shall only give in this place general directions, of which the practitioner will bear in mind only what is applicable for each individual case, demands of the physician nothing but freedom from prejudice and sound senses, attention in observing and fidelity in tracing the picture of the disease. In this aphorism, Dr. Harriman has given idea about the examination of a case. Here I shall only give general directions, of which the practitioner will bear in mind only what is applicable for each individual case while doing individualizing examination of the case of disease. Demands of the physician are nothing but freedom from prejudice, sound senses, attention in observing, fidelity, exactness in tracing the picture of the disease. Sound senses means your all senses should work properly and at a time, for example, smell, sound, touch, etc. If patient enters in consulting room and if bad odor comes, you should notice it immediately. If child is having complaint of cough and he rattles, by rattling sound you should notice it. Any local complaint, for example cyst, tumor, inflammation, boil or suppuration, it should be examined by touch properly so that you can found the characteristic of the local complaint. Aphorism number 84. The patient details the history of his sufferings. Those about him tell what they heard him complain of, how he has behaved, and what they have noticed in him. The physician sees, hears, and remarks by his other senses what there is of an altered or unusual character about him. He writes down accurately all that the patient and his friends have told him in the very expressions used by them. Keeping silence himself, he allows them to say all they have to say and refrains from interrupting them unless they wander off to other matters. The physician advises them at the beginning of the examination to speak slowly in order that he may take down in writing the important parts of what the speakers say. Explanation of 84. When the patient gives the details about the history, his sufferings, those who says around him tell whatever they have heard about the sufferings or complaints of patient, for example how he has behaved and what they have noticed in him. The physician sees, hears, and remarks by his other senses what is there of an altered or unusual character about him. He writes down accurately all that the patient and his friends, relatives have told him in the very expressions used by them, means in their language. Keeping silence himself and allows them to say whatever they have to say and prevents himself from interrupting them unless they move on to other matters. The physician advises them at the beginning of the examination to speak slowly, not speedily, so that he may write down the important points what the speakers, patient, and his attendants say. Footnote number 81. Every interruption breaks the train of thought of the narrators, and all they would have said at first does not again occur to them in precisely the same manner after that.